After her discussion with Lady Saffron, Lumia has been snooping around the Kaufman Packlands. Her secret efforts have been noticed by a mysterious new stranger in Dragon Valley. Abraham and his small group of followers haven't noticed anything out of the ordinary themselves. Verdington Palace has been very silent as well. The shadowy figure that follows Lumia has been cautious not to be seen. But even if the fairies can't see the stranger, there are other magical critters that can, critters that serve the sorceress. A resource Lumia can tap into as next in line. In practicing her magical skills, she has learned of the stranger tailing her. With news of his whereabouts, she plans to catch him by surprise and discover why he's so interested in her movements. They meet at the town library. The figure is quick to realize when he's been caught, and he doesn't avoid her. Instead, he hurries over to her and escorts them into a corner where they can talk without being noticed. He tells her they should be careful in each other's company. He knows of her, and he knows of the Kaufman pack. He knows of other things too, like the fact that there is a missing link in Lumia's investigation of her mother's scandal. He tells Lumia to think hard about which prince has a clear connection with the werewolves. That's where she'll find her answer.
Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to The Sims 3 Fairy Amazon Royal Saga with the Verdington Fae Court. It is 2 p.m. on Sunday. Lumia has just come back from her meeting with the stranger that has been tailing her for a while now. And I have no clue why she's chosen to scrub the bathtub, but you know, she probably should, because the kids are supposed to be helping their parents look after the individual chambers since butlers aren't really allowed in there. Anyways, now that she's done making that run, let's chat a little bit about what she found out would be the correct term, was told. What she was told. So, as we kind of saw explained to us in the beginning portion of the episode, she's been having someone tail her for a while now, and the fairies haven't really realized because this person is just like really good. And oh my goodness, Callum's asking Lumia on a date. Callum? Lumia is like, well, I suppose they're not really related, but besides the point, she's of the next generation. But then again, generation has never really mattered when it comes to pairing up a fairies. But still, you're with Celine. No. Yeah, no, we're gonna reject that. Thank you very much. Like I was saying, she hasn't really been noticing this stranger, and neither has any of the other fairies, or even, I think, the Kaufman pack. They haven't been noticing because the stranger's just really good at covering their own tracks. But of course, we can't forget. I think I'll allow this one. We can't forget that we have little critters all about the kingdom. The chipmunks and the squirrels, the rodents, they are the magical animal of Lady Morida. And since Lumia is the next sorceress in line, obviously should be learning a little bit of that magic that her mother's teaching her. And so I think she would also be able to communicate with the squirrels and the chipmunks a little bit as well. And those critters would have noticed this stranger following Lumia around, because the stranger doesn't know he's supposed to be covering his tracks from these little critters. Of course he doesn't, right? So anyways, these animals, they, have the territories across the kingdom, they have the territories across the queendom, and they've been keeping track of his whereabouts, and they let Lumia know that. So she went to the town library at the same time that she knew that stranger would be there according to his routine, right? And they didn't really spend too much time with each other or exchange too many details, apart from the fact that he knows quite a bit about the situation in Dragon Valley. This is really cute here. But he is very aware of the situation. He knows certain information that should not be readily available, I suppose. Probably because he's been following Lumia and also spying on the Kaufman pack. But he's given her a vital clue. He's told her, well, shouldn't you be looking at the prince who has the clearest connection with the werewolves? That's where you'll find your answer, whatever she's stuck on for her investigation. And that has made Lumia think, well, okay, that narrows down the suspects quite a bit. So let's put 2 and 2 together. The werewolves are the ones who spread that information. We do know that. Now, which prince knows the werewolves and also may be close to, the names are just... Kyle Delaney? Yes. I'm just forgetting names for a second here. But let me check. Yeah, Kyle Delaney. So, who would be close to Kyle Delaney? Who would also know the werewolves? And I think it's common knowledge among the court that the prince who originally kept, or at least even if, the others don't know, the sorceress and the sorceress in line would definitely know, that the prince who initially was housing the werewolves is Prince Malik. And the prince who helped broker a deal between the werewolves and the fairies and had them get given lands is Prince Malik. So now Lumia has an idea that, okay, that's the most logical answer. It is Prince Malik. But why? She's missing the motive. She doesn't understand why Prince Malik would go ahead and do that. So the next part of her investigation is essentially trying to piece 2 and 2 together. Like, what else is she missing? So Prince Malik is behind this, is what she's thinking, but she can't exactly confront him, or she can't clear her mother's name. She can't do any of that if she doesn't know his motive. So she's going to be thinking through that these next couple of days, and we'll have to see what kind of conclusion she can come to. But I think she's also at this point curious about who that stranger is, because he didn't really introduce himself. He just told her what had to be done, and then he left. And he was very cautious about being seen by anyone. And Lumia, she's never seen him around town. She's never heard anyone talk about him. As far as she knows, they haven't really had any notable new arrivals, but she knows that stranger is a werewolf. And she knows that because he had the glowing werewolf eyes with the crescent moon, like the crescent moons in them. So she knows it's a werewolf, but she's a little bit confused because as far as the court is aware, there are only 3 werewolves in Dragon Valley of note. We have Abraham Kaufman and the 2 females in his pack. But who is this 4th member? Like, who is this 4th werewolf? And what is the 4th werewolf's relationship with the Kaufman pack? Because he's been keeping an eye on them as well. So she's definitely going to be interested in that. That's going to be at the back of her mind. And I don't think she's going to tell anyone else that she came across him. She's just going to take the piece of knowledge that he's given her and try and figure out what's going on with the, internal trouble for now. And she'll probably come to that later. But, okay, how's the little one going? Oh, she's hungry. Aww. Let's see, how's she doing? Come on, Lilac. Lilac is hungry. Celine has been wanting to teach her daughter like the potting skill, so that's something that we'll have to work on. I'll try and fit that in. Now, she has learned how to talk, I think, So she has like one of these skills. And her education is a little bit slow, but you know, we're making a little bit of progress. Okay, as soon as she's done, I think I'm gonna get Celine to help her out, like potty train her just a little bit. So we'll do that. And for everyone else, oh my goodness, look at her. She wants to see Lumia get married. Morida wants to see Lumia get married. Does anyone else want to see anyone else get married? Yes. Azalea wants to see Silva get married. In all honesty, Silva and Lumia are not related, but they don't entirely get along with each other. That's kind of interesting. Imagine if that was a match. But also, I'm pretty sure we were saying that Silva and Astrid should be a match because they are not related in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. So Silva could be paired up with Lumia, or she could be paired up with Astrid. But that's still odd. Silva is related to Astrid. She is, but maybe there's enough of a gap that the game doesn't recognize it necessarily. Regardless, some of these Sims are wanting to get their children married off, and that's very intriguing. Very, very intriguing. We'll save it for now, but who knows if we'll ever get to come to that. I feel like, you know, we've got bigger things to worry about than arranging another marriage. So we'll keep an eye on those things. Now, to get over her heartbreak, I guess maybe this is so sad. Maybe Morid is wanting to focus on her daughter's wedding now because, you know, her marriage fell apart and she's absolutely heartbroken. Oh, that's so sad. And one of you lovelies made a solid point that this is the first kind of divorce we've had in the history of our Fairy Amazon series. Is the first breakup that we've experienced. So that's kind of a big deal, especially because this breakup happened over a misunderstanding. And the one that's actually having an affair, nothing's wrong with her relationship. Like Zelene, right over here. Anyways, it's getting pretty late. I think we will leave off. We'll see if we can find out who this mystery figure is. Like, maybe we should check up on him and what he's doing. Now that he has revealed himself, or I suppose he was caught by Lumia, and, you know, he's made his presence known. So I feel like there's not really that much point in him hiding around too much. So maybe we'll see what he's doing. It is Sunday night, and we are picking up with our mysterious werewolf, who is finally going to show up at the Kaufman Pact lands and make himself known. Now, he has been in contact with Lumia, as we know, but we have no clue about, you know, himself. He obviously is aware of the Kaufman Pact, but he has absolutely no relationship with them. So we don't know exactly where he stands. But his name is Ricky Salter. So this werewolf is called Ricky Salter. He loves to swim. He's a vegetarian, bookworm, irresistible, eco-friendly. Likes the color black, apparently. Pumpkin pie and French music. And he is a Leo. Not that it all matters too much. So he is finally showing up at the Kaufman Pact lands. But why is that? Why is he making himself known to this group at this point, and with what intention? So he's gonna head on inside. Now, as we know, Rosalie Gill, Morgan Lee, they were the two female members part of Kaufman Pact. So he's inside. I'm curious to see how this is going to go down. Okay, so both of them, they have seen him now, and Abraham is not at the Packlands. He's not home. He's out, right? So obviously he is not aware of Ricky Salter's entrance at this point in time, but these two are a little bit shocked, I would say. And why is that? Well, These two are shocked to see Ricky Salter here because he is not a stranger to them. These werewolves, they know of Ricky Salter because Ricky Salter was a part of the Kaufman pack back in their homelands before everything fell apart and before the pack kind of disbanded and everyone went in different directions and, lost touch with each other. We mentioned in the beginning how Abraham was only able to track down and find Morgan Lee and Rosalie Gill. Well, Ricky Salter is another one of their pack members that fell out of touch, and they couldn't find him, but he managed to find them somehow. So if that's the case, you'll be wondering, well, it's a good thing, right, for him to find his pack. Why isn't he with the pack members? Like, why wasn't he with them from the get-go? Why did he spy on them for a long time? And why is he helping Lumia? Isn't that counterproductive to his pack settling in to the area because they help spread rumors, and those rumors are not good for the fake court, and Lumia's investigating? So wouldn't you want to cover it up if you knew, instead of sharing that with a member of the fake court? Well, Ricky here is back. Morgan Lee's already complaining about something. Yeah, she's already complaining. Probably about where he's been, why he's showing up now. Why wasn't he here sooner? Did he know that they were here for a long time? When did he find out? She's probably wanting to know all these kind of things. As you can see, Ricky is not getting along with his pack members. Right? He's not getting along with them. They're going ahead, they're trying to clarify things now. They're probably, they feel like it's a big deal, and they're probably like, oh, have you told the pack leader? Have you told Abraham that you're here? Does he know? Why'd you come here first? They're probably confused right now. I think they're just absolutely confused. And obviously, Ricky, I feel like, normally, right, you'd be happy if you've been apart from your pack members for any length of time to see them, but it doesn't look as though he is entirely thrilled about this whole situation. Or, I should say, he's happy to find his pack again. But I think Ricky has returned with a different intention than assimilating or, melding into the pack like these two with no problem. He's here to challenge Abraham. That's his whole deal right now, his whole goal. And why is that? Well, I think Ricky and Abraham perhaps have always had a bit of a disagreement on how things are run. And, eventually whatever happened in their homeland led to them disbanding. And then Abraham found this place, managed to get 2 pack members together. Now Ricky has found them, and he's looking at the situation, and in his mind, the way Abraham ran things in the homeland is what resulted in them, having to disband. So he doesn't see why Abraham... My goodness. He doesn't see why Abraham... What is going on here? Like, what is going on here, in all honesty? Just, also, there is, like, a patch of wool here that hasn't been stoned up. What is this? Unacceptable. Hold on a second. This is unacceptable. We need to fix this. My goodness. Okay, there we go. Normally I do this off camera, but that was bothering me. That was bothering me. But yes, I think he feels as though his, seriously, dude. Can you go and sleep? Can you actually go and sleep? Can you take the couch, though? He can go and sleep. I don't know why they were stuck. There we go. That helps out a bit. Yeah, he's just gonna go in. He's gonna take the bed. He doesn't care. He does not care. But, I think he believes that you two want to go to bed? Okay then, just go. Just go. Come on. Okay, they have a problem with something. Why can they not Is it this? Is it these bedside tables, maybe? Let's see if they can come now. I don't know what's blocking them. Can they sleep now? Are they still complaining? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Why can they not go down? Also, what is this? A black dragon? My goodness, that looks like a very dangerous dragon. Can you guys not sleep? Are you still stuck? Are you still stuck? I wonder what the problem is. I wonder what the problem is. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Maybe like these deco pieces on the wall are blocking something. Sometimes I feel like placement can be a bit weird in The Sims. Let's turn on all the lights as well. Can they come down and sleep now? Sometimes the oddest things will block them. They're still complaining. They are still complaining. Okay. That aside, Abraham's finally home. We were stuck on something else. Abraham's home. Now, before I was going on about Ricky Salter, but yes, I think he's come back. He's seeing that things are being run the exact same way they were before, and I don't think he believes with Abraham's ideals. Abraham is someone who wants to preserve the werewolf culture from their homelands, bring it here, and, you know, basically make sure his little pack lives in prosperity and they grow. Now, Ricky, he's different. Ricky believes that the werewolves should completely discard the werewolf culture from their homelands and build a new one in Dragon Valley, because he thinks that the werewolf culture kind of was the root problem of why the warring states began and why they were allowed to persist and how everything fell apart. He feels as though werewolf culture from their homeland leans itself into being aggressive over a period of time, and once the werewolves start growing in numbers, they're gonna get into conflict with other supernatural populations in Dragon Valley, and they're gonna end up the exact same way they did back in the homeland. So he is here to basically challenge Abraham's power, because he believes that Abraham's way of doing things is not the right future for the werewolves. So they're kind of in disagreement over the future of the werewolves. Now, Abraham, he's just come home. He's getting told by Morgan Lee, he's getting updated by these two, that Ricky's here. Ricky's home. And I think Abraham is someone who would... Yep, look, Rosalie's already transforming. I think Abraham is someone who wouldn't kick out Ricky at all. I think Ricky probably shows a lot of attitude to him, but Abraham puts up with him because, he's been in charge of the pack for a long time. He is older than Ricky, and in his mind, Ricky's always been under his care as a pack member. So he tries to just put up with, the way Ricky acts, because he thinks that Ricky will come around eventually. So I think we'll have to see how the situation develops between everyone here, but essentially, Ricky, whether or not he, says it to Abraham's face, he's unhappy with Abraham's leadership, and he's here to help save the future of his pack as he believes. So, my goodness, they having that disagreement. Now, I am been curious about why they cannot get down. Like, what's the deal? Why can they not get down? Can they actually come here? Because if they can't come here, then I suppose it makes sense if they can't make it down the flippin' stairs. Can you guys come down the staircase, or is that an issue as well? Okay. So, something is wrong with the staircase. They can't come down. Is it all of these? But that shouldn't be a problem. That should not be a problem. Maybe there's not enough space here for them. Hold on a second. Maybe there's like not enough space with the walls. Maybe we'll try that. Let's see if that helps. Can they go to sleep? Hold on a second. I want to try and fix this. I think that was the problem while we're here, because now it's like going to be bothering me when we're elsewhere that these guys literally have nowhere to be. Like they can't rest. It's going to bother the heck out of me. Okay, I think that's what the issue was. They didn't have enough space to go down, but now they do. And Abraham is going to have to make provisions for Ricky. Ricky's kind of just come on in and he's taken his bed. But I feel like Abraham possibly treated Ricky like a spoiled little brother back in the homeland. So he doesn't, I don't think he's very particular that Ricky is taking his bed, but he's like tolerant like that. Whereas Ricky, you know, obviously doesn't entirely feel the same. I feel like in his mind, he's the one who should be in power for the future of the werewolves. And he's asserting like his dominance in the way that he knows how, taking the alpha's bed. Of course, Ricky's doing that. Now Abraham, he's gonna, do we have space to crash on the couch? I don't know if this is enough couch crashing space. It doesn't feel like enough couch crashing space. I don't even know what I'm saying at this moment. Okay, there we go. We'll space things out a bit. I think he's gonna take the couch for tonight. And then he needs to either work something out for Ricky, or Ricky's taking the couch. They're gonna do something. But these are the Packlands. This is kind of the resource that they have with themselves. And that's what they have to work with. But now Abraham, like in his mind right now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing because the pack has grown. That's what they want, right? The success, the growth of the pack. So that's happened. Now, the other thing that he needs to be doing, I mean, Ricky's here, so I feel as though Abraham is ready for, you know, that next step. He's ready to take that next step to grow the pack. And that requires him to pick a mate for himself so that they can actually start having children and grow the pack that way. So he's been spending time obviously with Rosalie and Morgan. And the female that he is closer with is Morgan Lee. So just a quick kind of update on their personalities, or a reminder. Morgan Lee is perceptive, athletic, irresistible, a technophobe, and has commitment issues. Rosalie is a mooch diva cat person. What else? She's proper and a supernatural skeptic. But, you know, even though Morgan Lee has commitment issues, that's the female that Abraham has chosen. So I think he is going to make an effort to start romancing her, because that's kind of the next step with these guys. He needs to get a mate. He needs to get married. Well, you know, they need to start having their own, like, he needs an heir, all those kind of things. He needs the pack to grow, essentially. For the pack to be strong. That was the whole purpose of settling down here. They've had plenty of time to get used to Dragon Valley and the new home, and he feels as though it's time for him to start expanding his family, his bloodline, and Morgan Lee is the female that he has chosen for that. So, look at her. She's all wolfed out. Okay, well, we're gonna try and flirt with her a little bit. He's a bit of a romantic. Let's joke about shedding. Let's show off teeth. Let's don't point out her flaws. That is not the way to go. But okay, he's gonna definitely flirt it up with her. He's gonna compliment personality, her appearance, give her an amorous hug. Let's see, give flowers. We'll give her, what kind of flowers? Friendly yellow? Nah, friendly yellow seems nice. We'll give her friendly yellow flowers. And then we'll go ahead maybe do a flirtatious joke and then a heat of the moment kiss. I think that'll be good. I mean, they have a good relationship. He's a hopeless romantic. And I wonder how Morgan Lee feels about being chosen by the alpha. I mean, I feel as though both Rosalie and Morgan would have been trying to get his attention. Because obviously, being the leader's partner is a big thing. They'll be, you know, the second in command in the pack. So that's a big deal. That is a big deal. Okay, she was definitely into that. Okay, they're gonna go in for a first kiss. Come on. And she's completely wolfed out right now. She's completely wolfed out. Okay, hold on. You know what? I think to make this more appropriate, he must wolf out as well. So we'll transform him into his werewolf self. And then you can go relieve yourself. Let's see. I feel like the rest of this should occur with him in his wolf form. Because why the flip not? And then you need some food. Let's get some canned soup. And then Rosalie, okay, she's changed as well, but she's still in her werewolf form. That is fine as can be. This is the progress we need to be making. So, yeah, heck yeah, we'll get down to that. We will get down to that. So let's see. Okay, Abraham, he's gonna eat. She's making some food. Why not? She's hungry like the wolf. Of course she is. She wants to go on a date with him. But I feel like they'll probably just... Oh no, this needs to be picked up. They'll probably just spend some time together here on the Packlands. And he's gonna make things official with her. He's gonna essentially announce that he's like chosen her to be his mate. They're gonna make things official. I feel like, yeah, I mean, right now aging is frozen, but they definitely need to get a move on. They have recently just become, you know, adults, and werewolves, they don't live as long as fairies do, so I think Abraham, he actually wants to rush things along. And I don't think werewolves, at least in their culture, I don't think werewolves, like in Abraham's specific werewolf culture, I don't think they have huge weddings or anything like that. I think once they choose a mate for themselves, it's a pretty kind of fast process. They go through all the motions of making each other their, you know, life partners, and then they start expanding their family. And for them, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Now, I don't... That's all burnt. That is all burnt. My goodness. My flippin' goodness. Now, in their culture, what happens, I think, is that when the werewolves declare themselves, or at least... No, I think, yeah, that's how it happens. I think in their culture, right? Like Abraham's specific culture from his homeland, the way things work is that when a male werewolf declares a mate, then they essentially become official. They are engaged to each other, and then they start having children, right? But the males need an heir. So until their fiance gives them a son, the werewolf couple, they don't actually get married. So that doesn't become a permanent partnership until an heir is born. So, for example, if Morgan had a daughter instead, and she, like, their relationship kind of went downhill, or, you know, they wanted to break up with each other, they weren't happy with the partnership, they could break off the engagement, and Abraham could find another mate. That's how it works in their culture. So that's exactly what Abraham is going to be doing. Honey, you can just not make whatever you're making and, like, go eat some food from the fridge. Seriously, you could do that. Okay, Ricky's up. He and Abraham are talking to each other about his place in the pack and what's going on. And, Abraham is telling Ricky, like, he's asking Ricky, you know, what happened to you when you were gone? How did you find us? All of those kind of things. And Ricky, I think he's probably keeping it to himself that he's wanting to challenge Abraham, but the way he acts and the way he talks, it's kind of obvious that he's not entirely submitting to the alpha. But I don't think the pack considers it a significant problem just yet. But Abraham is telling him that, you know, he'll arrange a bed for him so everyone can get their quarters back pretty soon. And he's also said that this is really good timing for Ricky because Abraham has chosen a mate who's ready to expand the pack. And it's good to have another member that can help out, especially another member that's a little bit younger than everyone else. So I imagine when this whole thing happened, Ricky was still a teen. I reckon he was still very young when the pack disbanded. So he's been, you know, kind of on his own. And a lot of them lost their families during that whole thing. So, okay, you two. Let's see. Let's get a bit more romantic with you two. Because, as we just discussed, they're getting up there in age. And Abraham needs to put in motion their engagement and the possibility of an heir for the pack. Because, you know, if they don't have a problem in the leadership, then that's going to help them in the future. That's going to strengthen their hold on these lands. Because if, you know, these guys, they die out and there is no heir, the pack doesn't continue, there are no younger members, then, well, they're in a bit of a problem. They're probably going to lose this piece of land that they have tried very hard to get. Oh. Uh-oh. So Morgan wasn't entirely happy with that, it seems. She wasn't entirely happy with that. How can we fix this? Can we hold her hands? Nope. Oh, okay, she's not happy. She's not happy. Obviously, she has commitment issues, Abraham, and you chose her. Compliment her for. Let's see if we can make this any better than it currently is. Also, he should be transforming into a werewolf for this whole thing, I feel. Why aren't you transforming? You can't. Okay, he's not in a transformative mood, okay? He's not in a transforming mood. Okay, things are okay. He's gonna try again. He's gonna try again. It's okay. No need to be worried. He's gonna keep at this just a little bit. He's gonna keep at this. Don't worry about any of that food. Just give her a hug. Throw some flowers at her face. Precious pink. Maybe she's gonna be into pink stuff. Give her a shy kiss. Let's try and be absolutely irresistible. And maybe they need their relationship to be a little bit higher as well. Hold hands. Heat of the moment kiss. What else? Oh, they can woohoo? Well, why not? They're gonna go and woohoo. Okay, guys? They're gonna do it. And then we'll see whether she's open to, you know, a bit more commitment with him. So, Morgan, obviously, she's probably over the moon to be chosen by the leader of the pack, but at the same time, she's a bit of a free bird. I don't think she entirely knows what responsibility means. So, on Abraham's part, it's not entirely a wise choice either. Now, why would he go for Morgan? She's irresistible, obviously. She's very fit. So maybe he sees that because of that, they'll pass on, you know, good genes to the next generation. And hopefully the heir will be born nice and strong. And that's exactly what they need for the future of this pack. But also, she's perceptive. So I imagine that when he's having issues or problems or whatever he's thinking, she, like, is aware of that way before Rosalie is. These two, on the other hand, seem to be getting along well. But yeah, I imagine that, you know, they have good affinity because of that. But come on, you two. Are you being blocked by something? Hold on a second. We need to solve it. We need to save this flippin' relationship. From ridiculous things like a dresser. Hold on a second. Can we pop this? Let's move this along a little bit. We'll pop that there. This house is kind of just... It's definitely tight. It is definitely tight. But hey, you gotta work with what you have. You gotta work with what you have. So I don't know who is trying to get into contact with you, but you guys are very busy right now. And look at her, she's like a master romancer. It is definitely gonna be something for him to engage her into an actual commitment. But let's see if he's successful. I mean, he's a hopeless romantic though. He is a hopeless romantic. No, she does not want to talk, Jeffrey Bustamante. Okay, Morgan Lee, don't go anywhere. This is important. This is like ceremonial almost, okay? We're doing things a little bit in a different order than we might be used to, of course, but that's just the way things go down. This is part of the werewolf culture that Abraham wants to preserve from the homeland. It is just the way they do things. Okay. Let's see if she's maybe open to being, like, going steady now. But before they try for a baby or anything like that, they have to be engaged. So let's see. No, hold on a second. I think we need to get back to an irresistible kind of thing. Let's give her a hug. They have a higher relationship than they did before, but I wonder if she's still gonna reject him. I mean, she's not the one that's asking, right? He's the one that's, like, moving everything forward. So, okay, extremely irresistible. Let's propose going steady. Let's see if she's gonna be open to it now or not. Nope, she's still not open to it. Okay. Well, this is the, what, second time he's been rejected? The second time? He's taking things like a champ, I gotta say. I feel like Rosalie would have been a better option for him. Morgan's just way too difficult. She's just way too difficult to get. And really, do you want... Oh, no, this is getting weird. Let's be friendly. Let's ask if she slept well. The relationship is just going back crazy amount. That is not good. That is just not good at all. Ay, ay, ay. I mean, really, if you want a stable relationship and you want a stable pack and everything like that, are you going to pick someone who's not even sure she wants to be committed to you? I don't think that's the way to go. So already, like, now I'm kind of thinking, you know, is Abraham a good leader? Because he doesn't even know the type of partner that is required for his pack to succeed. He doesn't even know. Like, he's picking the wrong female. When really, like, if he picked Rosalie, things would be going much smoother. Like, they would have... Jeez, who's even calling? I don't even know. They would have already gotten a head start on the next generation at this point. Can we ignore the call? Let's ignore the call. You continue working on her. I imagine the relationship would have to be, like, maxed for him to be able to propose anything. Heat of the moment kiss. We'll do a flirtatious joke. Let's do this. Don't ask to forsake Wolfpow's gaze into eyes, because really, you guys need to be all werewolfy. What else? Give her a massage. Convince her into like yet another woohoo, I think. But we'll do that. But yeah, I mean, their relationship, you know, it's gone up quite a bit. I imagine Morgan, I feel like she likes the attention, but she's not responsible like that. I don't think she wants the responsibility of being the alpha's partner, but at the same time, she, like, being the alpha's mate, but at the same time, she likes the, like, the prestige of it. You know, the social standing you get with it. And the fact that it kind of, I feel like, shows maybe in Werewolf, in the pack, in their society, who the most appealing kind of werewolf is, based on, like, who the alpha chooses, right? And she sets the standard for younger girls and younger women, all those kind of things. I think she's like a bit of a celebrity, so she finds that appealing. But she doesn't want to stand by his side and do all the important things. Okay, we're gonna try one more time, and then this will be like the third rejection. And in that case, I feel as though Abraham's gonna have to work something else out, because obviously things are not working with Morgan. So, who knows? We'll see if she's amiable, or if she continues with being so non-committal. Like, come on, honey. We're trying so hard. We're trying very, very hard. Okay. I mean, the relationship isn't maxed out. I feel like it needs to be maxed out. Let's ask about a day. Let's enthuse about exercise. We're just gonna have friendly conversation now. Nope. Nope. Wants to get up. Well, I suppose you're gonna get up. Honey, where are you going? She's gonna be talked to. Who the heck is calling her now? Seriously. Let's ignore the call. You can get out of bed. Yeah, I think... Yeah, this is rough. This is definitely rough. I don't think we're gonna have much progress. Come on, let's line up a few more interactions. A risky woohoo. Well, I wonder if she's gonna say yes now. Shy kiss. Let's try get it irresistible, and then we'll see if she wants to go steady. Since we actually have the option to try for a baby now, and I didn't before, so maybe they're close enough for that to be a thing. Okay, give her a kiss. Gaze into her eyes. All of that. All of that. Come on, irresistible. Be irresistible, please. Let's embrace. Let's embrace. What else do we have? Flirt. Let's flirt. Yep, okay. Let's try and propose going steady now. Where the flip is it? Propose going steady. She's already rejected him twice. And she's not pulling away. Okay! She's not pulling away. That's excellent. He's gonna go straight for the proposed marriage, because remember, in werewolf culture they have to be engaged. So he's gonna go now. I wonder if she's gonna reject him. I mean, they're in a good place, they're in a good mood. Nope, nope, she's gonna reject him. Ah well. That is something that we have to continue trying for. So now, yeah, he got rejected. That's something they have to work on. He needs to get, he needs to propose to her and get her to agree to that. And then they can go through the motions of trying to get an heir between them. So, yikes. Things are definitely not looking too well. He's already kind of hit a roadblock with this whole issue. But okay, guys, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.